It's been a decade of Uganda implementing a decentralized agenda. This means that local governments are in better position to understand the local needs. However, reports have indicated that local government systems and structures are weak and unable to effectively deliver. Now, Advocates Coalition on Development and Environment, that is ACORD, are running a project called the Local Government Council Scorecard Initiative, where they are trying to bridge the gap between the technical wing at the district level and the political wing. Here they are training the officials at the local governments to understand their role with the aim of improving service delivery. Now on Dawn Media today, I'm joined by a team under the Local Government Council Scorecard Initiative that are running this project in the different districts.
ACORD has been implementing an initiative called the Local Government Council Scorecard Initiative since 2009. And this intervention is born out of a realization that after the onset of the implementation of decentralization in Uganda, a number of things were happening. Government realized several achievements, but also there are a number of challenges relating to political decentralization, physical decentralization, and the overall functionality of services at the local government level. There were some gaps relating to issues of accountability, quality of service delivery across sectors, planning and budgeting, and challenges relating to financing of local governments. So this initiative comes in to supplement government efforts in deepening decentralization through enhancement of political accountability at the local government level. As part of the Local Government Council Scorecard Initiative, we undertake research, and out of this research we do policy advocacy based on the evidence that we collect, but also through the research we identify capacity needs at the local government level. And after the identification of these capacity needs in terms of skills, we go back and undertake trainings targeting specific stakeholders. Specifically for this one, we were looking at district councils, we are looking at statutory boards and commissions, and these statutory boards and commissions include the District Land Board, the District Service Commission, and the Local Government Public Accounts Committee. We did a study and found out that the performance of these structures at the local government level was having challenges. For instance, councils were having issues in deliberating in council, ensuring oversight at the different levels, effectiveness of committees of council, among others. For the statutory boards and commissions, we also realized that there were capacity issues in terms of recruitment of staff, managing interest on land, and enforcing accountability at that level. And therefore, we decided to intervene as a civil society to supplement government efforts to ensure that these structures in 35 districts across the country can be able to undertake their roles and responsibilities as provided for under the law. The entire initiative covers 35 districts. We have so far covered 12 districts, mainly in Western and Central Uganda. And this time around, we will be covering another 12 districts, this time looking at the east and part of northern Uganda. Towards November, December, we'll also be covering another 11, bringing the total of these districts to 35.
Just like any other job, you know, when you take up on a job, when you take up on a job, you need some kind of orientation so that you understand your mandate. But also, we've had a number of research that we've done that has pointed to the fact that there is a capacity gap on the part of the leaders at the local governments, but also the different structures of the local government, like committees of council, the statutory boards and commissions. So we are coming on the backdrop of that research findings that established a capacity gap in local governments. We, as a civil society, we have a responsibility to complement, not take over the role of government, but complement. So when we began this initiative in 2009, we signed a memorandum of understanding with the Ministry of Local Government. So in short, we are doing this in partnership with the Ministry of Local Government. And as you know, we are in 35 districts, but the country has 135 district councils and 10 regional cities. So that means 35, that is just a quarter of the districts or the local governments in the country. So what we are doing as a code, we are complementing the efforts by the Ministry of Local Government. We are looking at the statutory roles and responsibilities of the different actors in local government, but also we are trying to see how, because within the local government there are two arms, the technical and the political. But even within the political arm, there are other statutory organs that play a supportive role. The statutory boards and commissions, for instance, Service Commission that supports the human resource function of local government, the District Land Board, and then the Public Accounts Committee, which supports, which plays oversight and ensure financial accountability. So what we are focusing on is the different roles and responsibilities of these different organs, but also how they work, how they can work together as a unit of the local government. You will realize that the biggest cause of conflict in local governments is a lack of harmonization in the interpretation of the different roles and responsibilities, but also when you overstep your boundary in terms of your roles and responsibilities. So in this particular training, what we are doing is we are bringing together members of the political wing, the chairperson and the councillors, the Speaker of Council and the councillors. We are bringing together the statutory boards and commission, and then the heads of department, the technical team headed by the COW. So all these three organs are sitting together under one roof, so that the statutory boards and commissions will understand the roles of members of council. Members of council will also get to appreciate the roles of the statutory boards and commission, but also the technical team will get to appreciate the roles of council and the roles of the statutory boards and commission. And the three organs will also understand where they meet, where their point of convergence in the service of local government councils. There are a number of interventions that we've done over the last 14 years, both at the national and at the subnational level. To talk about interventions at the subnational level, we've been able to assess performance of elected leaders at the district or local government level. And when we do the assessment and we get some findings, we use those findings to tailor other interventions. We've been doing capacity building, and we've seen that the performance of district councils, the level of debate, the level of contact with the electorates have substantially improved. In 2015, we piloted the Civic Engagement Action Plan, through which we've been able to reap a number of successes. If you go to our website, you will see about 4 impact booklets where we've captured some of those impacts of our intervention. But just to get off at 1 or 2, the CIPS has been able to contribute to improvement in the quality of service offered to the citizens. The CIP is an initiative where ACORD piloted to bring together citizens and their leaders to discuss issues of service delivery and how they can deal with those challenges. Citizens have been submitting petitions to district councils, and district councils have been acting on those petitions. For instance, if you go to Nuaya District Council, the citizens of Lee Sub-County petitioned the district about the state of a road called St. Thomas Goro Poly Road, and the district was able to act on that petition and upgrade that road to a first-class Maram Road. And in Gulu, in 2018, the citizens of a parish called La Pera in Unyama sub-county of Gulu district petitioned the district council and said we need a maternity ward in La Pera L Center 2. The district allocated over 300 million shillings and built a new maternity ward for the L Center. In Moroto, in Rupa sub-county, the citizens petitioned the district council in 2017 when there was an outbreak of foot and mouth disease. The district procured 3,000 vials of vaccine for foot and mouth disease. So the successes, there are several others that I have not mentioned. I've just picked those, but when you go to our website and you will find those success stories. Yeah.
So for this round of the training, we will be doing 12 districts. I think you're aware that we work in 35 districts, but the first segment was done of 12 districts. Now we're going into another set of 12 districts, but this time it is the eastern region and Karamoja and part of the north. So we'll be going to Lira, Apache, Nakapiripirit, Moroto, Tororo, Jinja, Kamuli, Kaliro. That is what we'll be doing for this time round. And in the next quarter, we'll be doing another round, which will make up the total of 35 districts in which ACORD operates. Yes.
So how many days per district?
So the training is has been condensed into 2 days. For each day, we have a program that runs 2 days, and they are full days from 8 to 5, of course with breaks. Yeah. Well, some of the challenges, first and foremost, we know that the council is the one that approves the names of these statutory bodies. This training that we have done is for the council, the district council, as well as the statutory bodies, DPAC, District Land Board and District Service Commission. So one of the challenges was that in spite of the fact that these people are the ones that approve these names, they don't seem to be knowing them. So of course in the first training, one of the advantages was that this was like a platform for them to get to know about each other. They knew that these commissions and boards exist, but they did not know the exact members that are part of this. So this provides a platform for us to help them interact and know the challenges that each other faces. Then another challenge that was faced was that the reports of some of these boards and commissions, especially the LG Park, do not see their way in council, in particular the Treasury Memoranda. In fact, the council was not aware of the park producing or having to present a Treasury Memoranda through DEC. So we would see that some of these things were not being followed according to the Local Government Act. Yes. So you see, ACORD mainly does public policy research. So anything that comes up in the area of public policy is what ACORD is interested in. You realize that Legiski, which is the Local Government Council scorecard, started with council, just LC5, the district councillors at LC5. And our aim was to ensure that service delivery is administered as it ought to be. But as time went by, we realized that it is important that the different bodies that council works with ought to be brought on board, so that we have a comprehensive kind of intervention. That is why, apart from the Local Government Council scorecard, we also have now the scorecard of the statutory bodies. So in case there is something else that we will need to incorporate, you know, research unveils, and most of these things have been unveiled through research. So at first we were with council, then we started with having the community involved. That is why we have the civic engagement action plans, through which we have the citizen voice, and we have citizens advocate for better services in their communities. Yeah, so as something comes up, and I'm certain it will, we will be involving the different stakeholders that ought to.